to City on aggregate from the first leg. Let's take you through the team news. We'll start with City. Trafford is in goal. The back four from left to right is Aït-Nouri, Ake, Kusanov and Nunes. Midfield three of O'Reilly, Nico and Renders, with Semenyo and Foden either side of Mamouche. Although I think it'll be a little bit more free-form than a 4-3-3. For Newcastle, it's a 3-4-3. Ramsdale in goal, Chow, Botman and Byrne the back three, Trippier and Hall either side of Ramsey and Tonali holding midfield, Voltemade leading the line, supported by conversations ahead of this one. City simply avoiding defeat tonight to go through against an inconsistent Newcastle side. It'll be their first League Cup final in 5 years. City had to settle for a draw after leading 2-0 against Tottenham on Sunday. It struck a blow to their title charge, although now just 90 minutes stand in the way between them and the Carabao Cup final. Other drinks are available. They won it for a fourth successive year in 2021. And haven't managed to get to a final since. 2-0 win in the first leg means City are heavy favourites though to eliminate the current holders for the third time across their last 3 ties against such teams. Pep Guardiola's men progressed from each of their last 6 semi-final appearances in this competition, going on to lift the trophy on each occasion. And Newcastle get us underway. The ball played back to Botman, hits it down the left-hand side. Headed in play by Hall, drops in the middle to Willock, who tries to turn it away, but Foden's taken it off him. Stops and turns, trying to get past Tonali. Good, tenacious play there from Ramsey. And the ball apart from Sunderland. So the throw-in is taken. In the middle, it's Nico out to the left-hand side, where he'll find Mamouche, who's peeled off left, gets to the edge of the box, cuts behind his man, goes for the shot. It's blocked at source by passing it slowly now. Here's O'Reilly again. And short passing between O'Reilly and Nico, and Aït-Nouri on that left-hand side. First minute of play is up. City looking to control the game, very Arsenal-esque. If anyone listened to the commentary yesterday with Arsenal and Chelsea, Arsenal just happy to pass it around and play safe possession and run the clock down and have the odd attack as and when they see that opening. 90 seconds of the 90 up already. That's a push down from Hall against his man, and a free kick given to Manchester City. So Nico Gonzalez stood over this one, plays it short. Here's O'Reilly in the centre circle, thinks about playing it wide, stops, does now play it short. Aït-Nouri plays it back to Kusanov, takes the touch past Gordon, drops it short. Here's Foden, and dinks the ball out nicely to chip it to the far side. Touchdown by Aït-Nouri, played short to O'Reilly, forward and flicked on by Mamouche. Nobody getting there. Tonali will pick up the loose ball, plays it forward to Gordon. Now here's Voltemade, can't get past his man, loses possession to Foden. Won back, albeit fleetingly, by Ramsey. And they have won it back again through Tonali, who can't make the run. Possession not being kept by either side at the moment. City now on the ball. Here's Nunes. Nice touch down the right-hand side. Leaves the ball for Semenyo, turns it back to Nathan Ake. Kills his run from the halfway line. Now releases it on the left-hand side for Aït-Nouri. It's a 1-2 with O'Reilly. And again, just slowing down the tempo, waiting to see what happens. It's played back again here to Nathan Ake. Forward into the centre circle. Nico Gonzalez turns around his man, lays the ball off for Mamouche. Can't get the ball through the defence. He's lost out. Newcastle clear their lines. 3 minutes gone. City 0, Newcastle 0 live on Flash Score. Here's O'Reilly. Takes the touch, plays it forward. It's a nice one-touch layoff to the left-hand side. It's difficult to work out who is who at the minute for City because there's absolutely no one sticking to their position. At the minute, we've got Semenyo leading the line. Foden's on the left wing. O'Reilly is playing centre mid. It's very free form so far. Inside 90 minutes across the last 7 competitive games. Play away from home may well exacerbate those issues after losing 4-1, having scored first at Liverpool on Saturday. Newcastle have won just 2 domestic away games since the start of October. Eddie Howe's men have managed just 1 clean sheet across their last 12 competitive trips. And here's Hall, who's trying to go down the left-hand side. He's not got very far. And Semenyo stops him in his tracks and puts the ball out for a throw in to Newcastle on this near side. And Hall is going to take it. Looks up and it's a short 1-2 with Tonali. And again, he's being battled down this left-hand side. Cuts back and Semenyo again is there. This time he keeps it in play and wins the throw-in off Sven Botman. Taken quickly by Foden. Back to Nunes. Foden again, switching it across to the left-hand side. Aït-Nouri's been battled there by Kieran Trippier. He's managed to get it back into defence, and it's now played back to Trafford in goal. 5 minutes gone. City leading 2-0 on aggregate, goalless on the night so far. Big header forward by Dan Burn. He's headed back to him. Takes it down and plays it back to Botman. He looks to try and turn around Foden, plays it out to Hall on the left-hand side. It's back to Burn again, who switches the play to the right. It's a lovely ball out to Trippier. Heavy touch, but his teammate gets him out of trouble. There's Nathan Ake on the halfway line. O'Reilly. Nathan Ake, 6 minutes gone. And O'Reilly in the centre circle. That's a quick flick and it's a 1-2 and Marmoush comes into the box 1-on-1. Oh, it's an embarrassing one for Newcastle. It's a fortuitous one for Man City, and Marmoush, unbeknown to him, gives them the lead. It's City 1, Newcastle 0. Dan Burn looks frustrated. He slid in brilliantly. It looked like he was going to get there first. Marmoush, when he powers into the box, you're looking at Dan Burn thinking, Marmoush has got to hit this. And Dan Burn slides to clear it, and it just ricochets. Across the 6-yard box, but Marmoush goes in it alone. It's a good run in at an angle, diagonal in, and Dan Burn is so unfortunate. He slides in. It's a really clean tackle, and he just hits it straight against the shin of Marmoush, and it loops over Ramsdale and into the back of the Newcastle net. And it's now City 1, Newcastle 3, but the aggregate score in the 7th minute is City 3, Newcastle 0, and that could kill this as a contest. Game, set and match, but we might see a real battle now from Newcastle. Could be a blood and thunder sort of occasion as they get us back underway. And the ball back with Ramsdale. Here's Botman inside the Newcastle box. Plays it back to Ramsdale. Newcastle's last 11 visits here. They've lost all 11. They've only scored 3 in all 11 games. That goes back to 2014. They'll have to double that in the 12th encounter. And there's a chance for the first one here. It's played across the box. Oh, he's tried to be too clever. That is such a shame. Ramsey with a clear chance here. The ball from Trippier on the right-hand side. It's threaded through beautifully for Gordon. Plays it across to Ramsey, who's one-on-one, 12 yards out. He tries to go round Trafford, who gets enough on it to keep it. And the chance is gone. And that would have changed things. Such a quick response would have really changed the atmosphere. Momentum would have swung. And then it's back to where you were. All you've done is basically delay it by 9 minutes, but you're back to square one. But alas, Trafford with a good stretched arm has kept City with their 3-goal cushion. Ball down the right-hand side. Foden tries to lay it off to Semenyo. It's blocked out for a throw. So the winners will go through to play Arsenal in the final. As it stands, it's going to be first and second in the Premier League head-to-head in the Cup final. Now here is Ramsey. Plays it across to the left-hand side. Down Burn. Oh, and is that given away for Semenyo? Oh, he didn't quite get there in time. It was Dan Burn who looks to boot it away. And it takes a ricochet off the City man. So Newcastle 10 minutes in with the throw-in on this near side. It's going to be Hall to take it. Throws it down to Voltemade. Played across to the far side, and Newcastle looking to break again. It's an open game since the goal. Chipped forward for Gordon. It's overhit and chested back comfortably by Kusanov to the goalkeeper. Long ball forward from O'Reilly. Taken down by Semenyo. Plays it back into the City half. Now here's Nunes. Goes past. Slid forward but given away, and City back in possession. And the ball in the centre circle here. Here's Nico. Runs towards the box. Lays it off to the left-hand side. Marmoush. Back to Ike Nori, right on the edge on the left-hand side. Plays it forward to Marmoush. Tight angle wide. Whipped it across the face of goal. It was a difficult angle to score from. But he gave it a go. It wasn't a million miles away. And it swings wide of the far post. I saw a similar, well, angle-wise, similar goal scored at South Normanton recently. It was very impressive. Although that one was closer to the corner flag at a tighter angle. But a right-footed curling effort, and that did find the back of the net. But Marmoush with no such luck on that occasion. Newcastle in possession. On the halfway line, it's Tonali. Little 1-2 with Chow. And now here's Ramsey. It's back into defence again. Botman. Puts his foot on the ball, plays it forward to Voltemade. Forward to Ramsey, back to Tonali, across to the right-hand side for Chow. Down the right-hand side with Trippier. City with 10 behind the ball. Managed to squeeze Newcastle back into their own half. Botman, across to Burn. Forward to Ramsey and back to Botman under pressure here, gets it to Burn. And Newcastle are at their best when they stretch the game and it's an end-to-end battle. They've gone through the middle quite well. But when City slow it down and make it a condensed affair, they're struggling and being squeezed out quite comfortably. City at the back with the ball again back to Trafford. Trafford still not moving the ball, it's just been sat still. Voltemade keeps threatening to close him down and not bothering, and they just both keep playing cat and mouse here. But there's another 20 seconds of Newcastle's time gone. It is now cleared upfield. He's there, plays it out to the left hand side. Aït-Nouri infield for Nico. City's formation, Monaco 4-1-4-1. Now that it's settled, O'Reilly at left back, Aït-Nouri on the left wing, Nathan Ake and Kuzanov holding midfield, Nunez at right back, Nico the holding mid, Renders and Foden in front of him, Semenyo on the right and Marmoush leading the line. Foden slides in, gets the ball, but it's a late one as he slides through. Phil Foden making the complaint that he won the ball, which he did, but it's dangerous play to go through the man afterwards. So the referee just asking him to calm it down. No card given. Free kick in the centre circle, hit long by Trippier, straight down the middle. Comes into the D, headed on, headed out, and then what on earth was that? It's a volley. The ball was set up around shoulder height, and Ramsey's just booted it. I think that's going to land at Old Trafford. So 15 minutes gone. Man City 1, Newcastle 0. 3-0 on aggregate. Goal kick taken, it's hit down the right and on the halfway line, right on the touchline. Semenyo keeps it in play. He's now bundled down by Byrne, and then it's a free kick to City inside their own half on this right hand side. Newcastle have progressed from their last 2 cup ties against City in this competition. A 2-1 win in the Premier League in November. But they haven't beaten City twice in one season since 1984. The last one here in 2015. And they've lost 11 straight away head-to-heads. Free kick taken. Down the right-hand side. That's a really nice burst of pace from Aït-Nouri, who still goes down the left. Keeps going here. And it's a shot blocked right at the end. It was a brilliant run. Similar angle to Marmoush, and Chow gets in the way and blocks that one behind. So a corner here for City. It's whipped into the edge of the 6-yard box, headed forwards by Nathan Ake. This near post, it's been blocked. It comes out to Nunez. And Marmoush to put the ball in. It comes to the edge of the box. Foden is there on the D. Plays it short to Renders. Put back into the box again and blocked. And Foden with a follow-up, blocked as well. It's come back to Semenyo, lays it off to Foden. Now out to Marmoush on the right, but inside the box. Small ball in for Semenyo. Well, that's a brilliant ball, whipped in at pace across the box. And O'Reilly at the back post slides down, just misses it by a fraction of a second. And it goes out for a throw-in on the far side. But that was brilliant from Semenyo. Just instinctively threw it. O'Reilly's gone head first for some reason and just dropped down. If he'd have gone feet first, might have got on the end of that. Now here's Dan Byrne. Out to Hall on the left-hand side, drops it back. And the ball forward, flicked on by Gordon, but given away. It's taken down by O'Reilly, who tries to make his way past Tonali and fails, and Newcastle can break. Here's Voltemade, plays it down the right-hand side for Trippier, being held off by Aït-Nouri. Gets the ball forward, though, to Voltemade, who's being tussled with on the touchline, and City win the ball back. It's played to Ake. Now Nico. O'Reilly dinks it forward. It's a really nicely weighted ball, and it's now with Mamouche, he was past the defence. They've got back quickly. Lays it off for the long-range effort to be deflected wide for another City corner. Trying to work out who it was that had that follow-up shot. Might have been like Nori. So another corner here for City, 19 minutes in. City 1, Newcastle 0 live on Flash Score. Corner whipped in. It's curling from Foden. It would have snuck in. Punched away by Ramsdale. And out for a Newcastle throw on the far side after a deflection. Here's Semenyo. Takes a nice touch down and goes for it from outside the box, and it's wide of the near post. Touched it down, set himself just outside the D. Dragged the effort wide. He's been a real influential signing since joining. It to be this quick. And there's a chance here for Newcastle to break away. It's a long ball forward, flicked on for Gordon. His effort is saved by problems. He made himself big, and it's out for a corner. It was the right idea from Gordon. That was another good Newcastle attack, and they could have had a couple of goals in this game already. They were very unfortunate to concede. And that is the luck of the draw in football. Those two good chances. We could have been talking about Newcastle being back on level terms, 2-2 on aggregate, but they find themselves 3 down. It'll be a very cruel sport. Another real slog of a battle in the middle of the park. And this game at moments has been very interesting to watch, and at other moments has just been a real battle between the two sides, and the ball just getting bogged down. Newcastle clearing it out from the back. Here's Tonali. Leaves the ball to be played out to the right-hand side for Trippier. Ball down the right for Gordon. Is stopped by a slide from Aït-Nouri. Gordon gets there and turns it back to Trippier. Makes the run. Trippier back to Ramsey. Now Tonali in the centre circle. He's got Botman in support. Uses him. And first half. City 1, Newcastle 0. Ball forward, Voltemade lays it off for Willock. Good run round O'Reilly. Lays it off now to Hall on the left-hand side. Cuts in field, being pulled by Foden. Goes down, referee gives the free kick. Here's Hall down the left-hand side to Byrne. Byrne plays it in field, back to the halfway line though with Botman, and now back in the Newcastle half with Chow on the right-hand side. Now on the right-hand side, Gordon with a bit of space to move, can't get the cross in, and he's dispossessed. Throwing comes in, a free kick's been given on the back of that. Seemed a soft one to me. Back with the goalkeeper. Trafford plays it out short to the edge of the box. There's 3 Newcastle players in the area. It's a risky one. They've managed to play it out of trouble for now. Here's O'Reilly. Plays it short for Mamouche. It comes back into midfield. Nico goes down. The referee gives advantage and then pulls it back, feeling that there isn't one. He's back on his feet, fine to continue. City will have the free kick. Ball through here for Semenyo. It's a nice one. And he's just toying with Dan Byrne. Plays it back to the edge of the box. Foden out to Nunes on the right hand side, into Semenyo. First touch ball back out onto the edge. City not able to get the shot away here. Still building, still passing. It's down the left hand side. Ike Nori back to Nico. So 1-2 with Ike Nori. Stops and plays it back now. Here's Ake. Down the left, play back to Ake again. And now Nunes. And Hall is giving you a good chase here. And Hall's won it back off him. He's been pulled down. That's incredible. Do you know what? That is absolutely brilliant from Hall, because he's just been relentless there. He's gone from left back to centre forward, constantly chasing Nunes, not giving him an inch. He's managed to dispossess him in the attacking third and then win the foul. And this is so tenacious. It's absolutely brilliant from Hall. And they've got a free kick now on the edge of the D that comes from this. Absolutely brilliant from Hall. I was full of praise for him in the game against Liverpool. Despite the scoreline, he was brilliant in that game. And I've never seen him have a bad performance. So 28 minutes gone now. A 4-man City wall Trippier stood over it, hits it straight at goal. It was bottom left corner. Good save from Trafford. Holds on to it as well. It was a really nicely struck free kick, some good power behind it as well. Wasn't the simplest of saves. He did well with it. Nunez was booked, by the way, confirmation for holding. But Newcastle showing signs of getting back into this, but City have got it in them. It's rolled out from the back here. Played forward by Nathan Ake. In the middle, this is a good surging run forward, and Newcastle, it's 3-on-3 at the back. It's Foden, plays it to the left-hand side. Semenyo is there, and it's across goal. It's deflected up in the air. Oh, it's a free header for Mamouche. It's in the back of the net, and it's another defensive error that leads to the goal. At the back post, Trippier tries to flick it away, falls to ground, and it just loops up in the air on the goal line, and Mamouche just gets there and just nods it into the back of the empty net. Ramsdale does his best to try and get back in time and fails. City have doubled their lead, and it's now 4-0 on aggregate, and surely there is no way back here for Newcastle. The game, the competition over as a contest, but how unfortunate have Newcastle been? Both the goals have been good defending that's just happened to land kindly for a City player and end up with an easy goal. He will never have two easier finishes in his life, and he's had them both in the same game, Mamouche. And it has been checked for any potential offsides, and we are able to continue, and the goal does stand. On the right hand side, Newcastle from the spot kick going again, looking to try and release Ramsey. Can't get there in time. It's back to the goalkeeper, who very nearly gets wrong footed by Voltemade and has to rush the clearance out of the box low, and it's caused a bit of a problem, but City have managed to get a grip of it again. And it is now back with Trafford. Nathan Ake. Ball blocked out on that left-hand side for a City throw. 31 minutes gone. We are just looking at the semi-automated offside images, and it is the outside of the right knee that is just playing Semenyo onside. It is literally millimetres. If he'd skipped leg day, that would have been offside. That's the only way I can describe it. Storming run through the middle by Nico, plays it out to Semenyo on the right hand side, cuts behind his man, it's left for Foden, who slots it in. Oh, it's Render's apology with the goal. But it's 3-0 to City, 5-0 aggregate. Dan Burn looks distraught. But again, it's another one where there's a good challenge goes in from Newcastle. They win the ball, it lands kindly for City, and they have a slot in. I cannot believe how simple all three goals have been, and you can't really blame Newcastle. Really unfortunate. It's Renders with the third. 32 minutes gone. And if it wasn't already, it is game over now. Voltemade getting some instructions from Eddie Howe. And unless the instruction is score a hat-trick and he manages to do it, and they're out of luck in this game. It's a brilliant storming run forward. The ball is played out to Semenyo, looks to try and cut behind Dan Burn, who gets a foot on it and takes it away from Semenyo, but it lines back to Renders, who put that big run forward, and he slots it in. It's a great breakaway, but it's so unlucky. When you say Newcastle are 3-0 down in 32 minutes, you'd assume they're having an absolute mare, but all 3 goals have been well defended and just been so unlucky. City have got forward in numbers, don't get me wrong. That's the main reason that it's landed kindly to a City player. There's not enough Newcastle players back. The players that are back are defending brilliantly, and they're winning the ball, and it just happens to land the first one. It's a brilliant challenge from Byrne, and it bounces off Mamouche in the back of the net. The second one is a stop by Trippier. It loops up in the air, and it's a simple header. And that one there, it's another one where Byrne's got the tackle in and won the ball, and it just lands to another player. But that's on the flip side. Yes, all 3 of them were good defensive moments, but all 3 of them were last-ditch defending. Why has it taken Newcastle to get right in the 6-yard box to start defending? There's not been enough players back to help, and it's been left to the likes of Byrne and Trippier to be on the goal line in the 6-yard box, defending for their lives. And they've done the job, and they've been let down by the fact that they've won the first ball, but the second ball has been uncontested. And Newcastle it's not even a mountain to climb now. We are in magic lamp territory. Ball on the left-hand side. Here's Gordon. Stops, turns, plays it back to Willock. Willock short. It's a 1-2 with Tonali. Now turns round Foden, lays it off to Voltemardi. Tonali, Hall, Voltemardi. Bundled down, free kick given. 35 minutes gone, the free kick midway through the City half on the left-hand side. Anyone just joining us, it's Man City 5, Newcastle 0 on aggregate. City beaten in just one of their last 17 home games. That run looking to be extended to 18. Newcastle failing to win inside 90 minutes in 2 of their last 3, where they scored first. That's irrelevant tonight. Here's Tonali. Plays it into the centre circle. Dinked out to the left-hand side for Gordon. Gordon lays it off down the left. Willock is there, gets past Nunez into the box, gets it back to Voltemardi, chipped in by Hall and blocked. Might land for Byrne, it's cleared away. 36 minutes gone, and he's caught the man as he tried to take the ball down, so that's a free kick given. So a City free kick just on the edge of their own box. Interestingly, just 2 of Newcastle's last 6 away matches featured more than 2.5 goals. And we've already had that in 32 minutes tonight. Here's Nunez. Drops it back to Kusadov. Chipped forward inside the box. Ramsdale will come out and gather that one. Rolls it out, starts it off again. Here's Hall. Tries to play it in field, it's given away, and Semenyo plays it forward. The goalkeeper stays on his line, and it's blocked behind by Ramsdale at point blank range. I think he should have come out and got that. He stayed down as well. It would have been, it went straight into his chest. It's not a pleasant one. But Hall, as he tries to feed it in, takes the deflection, but again, not a lot of movement. A couple of players stood still for Newcastle. And Renders with the shot from a tight angle. Ramsdale standing firm. He is back on his feet now. Former Chesterfield loanee. Corner comes in. It's turned back behind by Voltemardi at the near post. And Newcastle fans, when they hear Voltemardi defending a near post corner, must be filled with panic from that Wear Tyne derby. sorry. I'm sorry for Newcastle fans listening that I had to bring that back up. I was there that day, and it was interesting to say the least. Here's Foden, Semenyo, Renders, out to Aït-Nouri. Now back with O'Reilly. Back to Kusanov. It's that about O'Reilly at centre half at the moment. He's been in about 4 different positions officially tonight. Nobody can quite work out where he's meant to be playing. Here's Kusanov. Ball played forward. Semenyo plays it back. First touch. Here's Kusanov. Nico. Aït-Nouri. Back to Nathan Ake. Down the left again, 40 minutes gone now. It's Trippier. Gets it to Ramsey. And cleared away down this left-hand side and out of play for a City throw. Here's Kusanov. Aït-Nouri cuts in past his man, goes through the middle, and still going, lays the ball off to the left-hand side. And Mamouche into the box, turns, doubles back, plays it to the edge, and a long-range speculative effort straight at Ramsdale, who stands firm and holds that one. Nico with the effort, just wanting to get in on the action. The shot too central. Latest match stats, 12 shots to Newcastle's 3. Anthony Gordon's down. The referee's just stopped play for him to receive some treatment. Foden's just gone over and had a chat with him. England teammates, of course. I think he mouthed the word hamstring there, which no Newcastle fan wants to hear. Newcastle. It's the semi-final second leg. And at half-time, as we kick off the second half, it's City 3, Newcastle 0, 5-0 on aggregate. And you would fear it's game over for Newcastle as they take the kick-off and get the ball forward to Visser. Oh, he's put it a long way wide. What a chance that could have been. He's on the edge of the box, only the keeper to beat, rushes the shot. He stood about 8 yards wide of the post and just hits it straight forward, basically. Gets that all wrong. Which, on that subject of Visser being on the pitch, let's talk through a triple change at half-time for Newcastle. So Gordon was forced off just before the break. Harvey Barnes coming on for him. But Visser's replaced Voltemade. Ilanga's replaced Willock. And Murphy has replaced Hall. Now, I'm looking at those changes and thinking Hall has played really well. He made a mistake towards the end of the first half, but he's played really well again. Willock's not done anything particularly wrong. Voltemade's been out of the game. There's not really been a lot for him to do because the service hasn't been there. I think he's basically just made those changes thinking, this is a lost cause. I might as well save Hall for the weekend. And perhaps the same with Willock and Voltemade. Voltemade, to be fair, I think it could easily be a system change because he's been so ineffective. And I'm not blaming him personally, necessarily. It could be that the way City have set up or the system, it just really he hasn't been involved in this game at all. It might be because of the Gordon injury that they wanted to change things around a little bit, but nonetheless, when you see Hall, Lewis Hall has come off, you have to question whether it's purely a case of we might as well save him because this is just a lost cause now. Nonetheless, as we rejoin the action, City in possession, the ball played back to the goalkeeper, and it's Trafford. There's been a change for City as well, I've just noticed. Nathan Ake has been replaced by Alien. Semenyo has 5 goal contributions in as many appearances for City since signing for the club, 4 goals and 1 assist. Also has 4 goal contributions against Newcastle. He's never lost against them. I wonder whether he'll continue both of those runs tonight by getting a goal and or assist. He was influential in the first half, as good as an assist really for the 3rd goal. Going forward here by City, it's Mamouche, plays it out to the right hand side. Nunez. Newcastle with a flat back 7 waiting for this cross, which is a far cry from what we saw in the first half. Here's Renders. Nico. Out to the right hand side. It's Nunez. Played all the way back now to their own goalkeeper, City. They've got the freedom to do that. Here's Nico. Out to the left hand side for Mamouche, who bundles down Trippier. Free kick taken. Here's Tonali. 5 minutes gone in the second half. Trippier on the right hand side. It's a breakaway for Newcastle down the right, and it's blocked out by Alien from Ilanga's cross. Corner to come. Barnes drops it down the right for Tonali. His crossing is too close to the goalkeeper. And there's a comfortable save. Rolls the ball out. Taking his time here. Trafford hits this one relatively low, but he's got all the way to Semenyo quite nicely. Cuts in field. Goes behind the defence, plays across much better from Newcastle the second half in terms of defence. It's too little too late. I think it's a case of playing for pride. They know that the aggregate score is 5-0, and if they carried on the way they were first half, it could have been double figures. So I think Eddie Howe's basically said, we've got to start again and just keep a clean sheet in this second half and restore some sort of pride. But they're defending in numbers and defending very well, very organised at the back. But it is too little too late, you fear. Chow plays it back to Ramsdale, who slices it, and that's a shame. He's gone out of play for a throw-in on this near side. And he comes in. Nico goes down, wants the foul. Referee says no, but City still on the ball. Here's Nico. There's a stoppage in play here. Renders is down. The referee said play on, in fact. And we continue here. 53 minutes gone. Trafford rolls the ball out from the back. Inside Nori. 1-2 with O'Reilly. And Newcastle pressing forward in good numbers as well. And they've pressed it back to Trafford, who gets it away ahead of Visser. Semenyo, nice run forward, tries to split the Newcastle defence with that ball forward. It's been turned away. Here's Trippier over the top. Elanga will give chase. The flag stayed down. It's been put out of play for a throw-in by Aït-Nouri. Here's Tonali. To Burn. Visser lays the ball back into the middle. It's Ramsey. Back to the right hand side for Trippier. Elanga juggling the ball on the edge of the box. Can't get it in. Cleared away. Newcastle there first. Marmoush with a relentless run causes problems, but it's picked up by Trippier and Botman. Tonali with a long ball forward diagonally. Headed down for Kusanov. Back to Trafford. Now out to the substitutes, who's pulled down by Visser, who's claiming the penalty himself. The referee says play on, no free kick, no penalty. And the Newcastle bench in the ear of the fourth official. VAR will check this. Long ball forward. Semenyo takes it down. There's the ball back. It's now a long ball forward for Marmoush. He gets a fake touch on it to keep it in play. Cuts in behind his man. lays it across and it's slipped wide. Renders really should have got that on target from the edge of the box. There's some pressure on him, but nonetheless the referee now being accosted by Kieran Trippier and Tonali about the penalty appeal at the other end. Let's look at it back. It looked to me like a coming together, no, not so much one or the other to blame. We're being shown the replay of the shot from Renders first. He was on the penalty spot when he hit it, in fact, and he's put it wide. It's gone through the legs of Chow. He's about 3 or 4 yards wide, which from 12 yards out I think is pretty poor. But the visitor one here, you can see why he thinks it's a penalty, but he sort of backs into the defender. Oh, I don't think that's a penalty, personally. He feels contact and he's off balance, but he's backed into the defender and lost his footing a little bit. I don't think that's a penalty. Here's Aït-Nouri trying to get the ball up, tripped by Trippier. Free kick taken. Nico plays it through the middle. Here's Mamouche, squares it across the halfway line. Good run forward. It's Nunez, drops it back to Foden. Squared across for Renders. Enough. It's a 1-2 with Foden and Mamouche, which went awry. Botman in the box now, plays it out to Trippier. Back to Botman, gets past his man. City feel like that was a foul, nothing given. They've won a throw in Newcastle. Here's Mamouche, plays it out to the far side. Nunez, back to Nico. To the left hand side again. It's Aït-Nouri. O'Reilly, Foden, back to O'Reilly, back to Foden, and now Renders. Semenya gives the ball away. Langer can't keep hold of it. Here's Foden, out to Aït-Nouri. Visser bundled down in the centre circle, free kick given to Newcastle. Half an hour to go, and City going through very comfortably as it stands into the final, knocking out the holders to face the Premier League leaders in the final. Semenya with the header away, Tonali flicking it back in towards the box. There's a header on, a couple of headers either side, and a volley sliced wide from the edge of the D from Chow. Captaining the side tonight. It's Tonali. Botman gets the ball out to the left-hand side. Barnes, nice run down the left, releases the ball. This is decent here from Newcastle. He's trying to play Visser in here, it's been blocked. Tonali wins it back. Now Trippier. To Elanga. Chow. To Elanga, cuts in between two City players into the box, behind another, curls the effort. Oh, it's a beauty! That is an absolute beauty from Elanga. And he picks the ball up and runs back to the halfway line. I still think it's too little too late. They still need to score 4 in this final half an hour. But they've got the first of the 5, and it's beautiful from Elanga. He cuts in between Renders and Aït-Nouri, goes behind O'Reilly, curls the effort across, and it bounces in off the far post. It's a beauty of a goal, a brilliant solo effort. And that is the most fight we've seen from Newcastle so far tonight. That is brilliant. 1 down, 4 to go. Can they really score 5 goals in half an hour to force extra time? I can't see it happening myself. So Man City 3, Newcastle 1, 63 minutes played now. That goal in the 62nd minute. But it's 5-1 on aggregate to Manchester City. Anthony Gordon subbed off just before the break with a, we think, a hamstring injury. He scored the opener for Newcastle at the weekend. He's netted against City in each of the last 2 seasons, but won neither of those games. Newcastle pushing forward again. The ball is on the left-hand side. It's a run forward. Ultimately bundling down the City man. It's going to be a free kick. .64 minutes gone. Down the left-hand side, blocked out for another throw. Erling Haaland's warming up, which is the last thing you want to see when you need 4 goals without reply. Trippier. Back to Chow. To the middle with Ramsey. Nice run from him, lays the ball off to Trippier, dinks it down the right for Elanga. Can he work his magic again? And he has got inside the defender, but it's a good recovery move from Aline to win that one back. He's held to his feet now by Ramsey. Free kick given to Manchester City. Trafford stood over this one, looking distinctly laid back. Hits it long. It's a good pump upfield. It's going to bounce all the way to his opposite, not number. Ramsdale wears the 32. Played out from the back. Here's Byrne. I think it speaks volumes as well of what I was saying at the end of the first half about the defence have done their job, but there's been no support. That the back line have not been changed. There was 3 changes made in attacking areas at half-time, not in the defensive areas, despite conceding 3 in the first half. This Trippier threads the ball forward for Elanga, and Visser's there. I think he's off though, you know. The flag stays down for now, and he's played it across to Barnes, who slots it in the back of the net for 3-2. Will the flag go up? There's the flag. I was pretty confident. I think they were both offside when the ball was played through to Visser. Let's watch now and see where the line stops. Yeah, both offside. Barnes comfortably, Visser slightly. The second pass from Visser to Barnes is on. Takes a touch, goes past Núñez. I think half-hearted defending from City. They were expecting the flag. City are ready in a double change, but they won't make it just yet. Ball played back here to O'Reilly. Comes to the right hand side for Núñez, flips it down the line, gives the possession back to Newcastle. 68 minutes gone. It's now with Ramsdale. Chow. Ramsey on the left hand side, comes back into defence, played out now to Trippier on the right hand side. Play back to the goalkeeper once more. Newcastle playing it out from the back, and they've given the ball away, and now Foden on the edge of the box tries to play in Semenyo, and it's been stopped at the back by Ramsey, but Newcastle giving the ball away in a dangerous area there. 69 minutes gone. Newcastle now down the left hand side, looking to try and counter. Barnes plays it in for Elanga. Oh, it's agonisingly wide. He's just sliced it slightly as he's gone to hit the ball in. It's gone wide of the far post, just didn't quite put enough behind it. Lets it roll off his boots a little bit too casually. Hint of offside maybe. The ball from Tonali through to Barnes before he plays it across to Elanga. Visser was there at the back post as well. Wasted opportunity if it was onside. What a difference Elanga's made though since he came off the bench. And Barnes as well to that effect. It looks like we'd have a triple change here. Rodri and Haaland, and the man stood behind the fourth official who I can't see because he's put the board up in front of his face. But it's O'Reilly coming off first. It's replaced by Rodri. Erling Haaland is the next one to come on, replacing Semenyo. So he will end his run of goals and assists for now at least. And Cherki replacing Foden is the third and final change for now. It's 4 substitutes apiece, with City making one at half-time, of course. Newcastle making 3 at half-time and 1 in the first half. And City taking their time over these substitutions. And now we're in the final 19 minutes. And it is a City goal kick to restart the action. There's another offside here against Elanga. Yeah, there's again 2 offside though for Newcastle. Elanga's offside, but there's Tonali is off as well. And that's been the downfall really in the second half. It's stopped them getting another couple of goals in truth. .73 minutes gone. City in total dominance in this game. Ball down the right, City still in possession. Ball back to Trafford. Hits it long down the right. Haaland loses out in the air. It rolls all the way back to Ramsdale in the second half, by the way. 6 shots for Newcastle, just the 1 for City. Newcastle with the only shot on target and more possession. Trafford is it short, 74 gone. Edge of the box, it's Rodri. Back to Trafford, takes the touch, takes it out under a bit of pressure there from Elanga. Goes all the way across to Ramsdale. To Ramsdale in his opposite box. Short here to Ramsey, who's been caught in possession, but the referee comes to his aid and gives the free kick. And Moosh puts the ball in the back of the net, evades the yellow card for kicking the ball away. There's going to be another change here made for Newcastle. This will be their 5th and final change, unless there's a concussion substitution later on. And Asula is coming on for Trippier. Did nothing wrong, Trippier, tonight. Another solid performance. City down the right hand side, blocked out, another throw in. City just regaining control of the possession in the last few minutes. Dominating the game and setting the tempo. The ball slipped through here for Mamouche in the box, cuts it back for Shirky. Oh, it's a little bit overhit, the pass to Shirky. He has to turn with it. He turns into the defender. Trafford comes out his box to restart the attack. Play forward here to Nico. Quick 1-2. There's Nunes. The only player that's been booked for City, and despite 5 outfield changes, he's remained on. There's Kusanov. To Nunes. Down the right-hand side. Tonali, oh, that's a silly pull. That's surely a book-in. And it is going to be a book-in for Nico. It's a clear pull. Unnecessary as well. Newcastle with the free kick. City picking the ball up in the centre circle. Lead to the left-hand side. Etihad Nouri. Back into defence, and now Nico. Salien. Salien. It's Renders. Right, Nouri. 1-2. Shirky tries to carry the ball, loses it, but it's left kindly for a teammate. Elanga battling to try and win it back and can't. In the centre circle. Ball played to the left, it's Rodri. Forward to Shirky. Helps it on its way, and now Haaland on the edge of the box makes the space for Mamouche. Oh, he spooned it over the bar. He was only about 10 yards out. And City had a long way over. Into the final 10 minutes. City 3, Newcastle 1, 5-1 on aggregate. This game over as a contest long ago. Elanga with a beautiful moment. Ball into the box. Elanga at the back post plays it right across the face of goal, and no one can turn it goalwards. Visser was there in the goal mouth. It has gone out for a Newcastle corner on the far side, but that really should have been a goal. I don't think it is a corner. It looks like a goal kick to me, but he pointed for a corner. Linger with a brilliant ball across. Visser just can't quite stretch enough. At the back post, not able to get there in time. It was indeed a goal kick. It was the way he pointed. It looked like he was pointing for a corner for me. There's Elanga. Long speculative effort. Takes a deflection off Visser. And Trafford gets there. City back in possession. It's Rodri inside his own box. 4 Newcastle players in the box. Carries on trying to walk his way out, and he's managed to get it out to a teammate. In the centre circle now with Cherki. 82 minutes gone, plays it into Haaland. Great first touch. Haaland, great save. Really nice first touch, quick feet. Gets a brilliant, powerful shot across goal. Ramsdale manages to push it wide. And out for a City corner. Rico Lewis is going to come on for Nico Gonzalez for the final 7 minutes. Corner's taken short. So 1-2 back to Cherki. Cuts behind Elanga, still going here, Cherki. Plays it across the edge of the box for Renders. Leaves it for Rodri. Back to Lewis. And now in the centre circle. Played a long way back to the goalkeeper. Hoping there's not a lot of added time in this game, because it's not been the biggest spectacle, despite the fact there's been 4 goals in this game. There's been long periods of drabness, and it is very much a case of just going through the motions to get the game completed. Renders fouled here. Minutes played. Ball forward from Alien. Out on the left hand side with Aït-Nouri. Cuts in between 3 Newcastle players. Did incredibly well, still going, goes down quite soft that for me. The ref's given it. I think that's soft. This will be a free kick now for City, just to the left of the box. There is a hand on the back from Murphy, but he was waiting for the contact, he was looking for that, and he's got it. Free kick comes. Oh, Cherki went for a cheeky one there, and Haaland ran in at the near post, but was whipped straight to the goalkeeper in the end, and we're into the final 5 minutes. City still coming on that right hand side. It's a nice run in from Cherki across to Haaland, sets it up for the volley. It's another good save, and pushed away again by Ramsdale, out for another corner. And Ramsdale refusing to be beaten by Erling Haaland, fresh off the bench, causing problems, not getting on the score sheets. If Aaron Ramsdale has anything to say about it. He's got no goals in 7 appearances. against Newcastle. 25 shots in those games. Can't get the goal. The right-hand side of the box, the short corners, played to the edge. Back to goal, laid off for Rodri, gets the shot away. Under a challenge from the defender, and again saved by Ramsdale, kept in play this time, and looks to hit this one long. He's going past the halfway line. Elanga with his back to goal gets a touchdown but can't keep it in play. It's out for a City throw. Here's Elanga. It's been a real bright spark for Newcastle since coming off the bench. Down the right-hand side for Murphy. Puts the ball in, first touch. It's half cleared to the edge of the box and now helped on its way. Here's Cherky. Cherky again with a run forward, goes for it from distance, it's blocked on the edge of the box. And Newcastle back in possession, 88 minutes played. On the left hand side, oh that's a cynical one off the ball. Kusanov just barging into his man. Free kick rightly given for Newcastle. So the final 90 seconds of the 90. One ball forward for Vivo. Just about, did he get there? No, Kusanov got there and managed to turn the ball away, and a real foot race there between the two. And Rodri. Back to Kusanov in his box. And Newcastle have won the ball back in a dangerous area. Tonali on the edge of the box has the shot straight at the goalkeeper. And that takes into the final minute of the game. Should have done better with that. But good dispossession there on the edge of the City box. The shot was too central. Here's Renders. Drops it to the right hand side. Nunes into Alien. Rodri. Now back into their own half. Rodri again in the centre circle. Plays it back to Kusanov. And we are now into added time as the ball is chipped forward and headed away. 2 minutes, that is all at the end of this second half. Elanga going forward, pulled down, free kick given and a yellow card shown as well by the referee. It's Rodri in the book.